Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Symphogear Season 1, Episode 5. So, thank you so much for you guys for adding some clarification to some things. I have now been, just to quickly go through it without making this intro a little bit too long, I've been clarified on something, or not really clarified, but something I missed was during some of the flashbacks, you can see Genjiro is not as buff in the 5-year flashback, and then is jacked in present time. So that's cool, like little development I was made aware of. That's really neat. I was also told that Hibiki has fragments of Kanade's armor in her, not fragments of the fragment of the relic that she used. I was also told that they are Kanade and Tsubasa were using fragments of a relic, not a whole relic, whereas the Nehushtan is a whole relic. So, which I kind of got that part. I pretty much had that part down, but I just wasn't. I talked about it in the discussion of last episode, I believe. I thought Hibiki had fragments of Kanade's fragment, right? So they have that like red crystal thing, or at least one of them does. I don't know what the other one looked like. I thought that got like shattered and parts of it broke off and went in her, and that's how she was able to use it. So really interesting that she's able to wield that armor while only having fragments of the armor in her for Hibiki. So crazy stuff. I was clarified on a bunch of other things too, so I probably missed them, but I'm also trying to not make this a 5-minute intro. But yeah, we got a little past on Kanade surviving the noise, which I thought was really cool. I really liked the fact that she went from like obsession to killing the noise to finding the value of saving people, and kind of transitioned from being so like angsty to kind of finding that enjoyment of saving people, which is a much better emotion than I want to kill everyone kind of thing. So, but yeah, can't wait to watch more. I want to learn more about this Nehushtan armor chick and how she's summoning noise, which that's another thing I was clarified on. Apparently the noise being summoned is separate from the Nehushtan armor ability, because I think I talked about like if anyone put on that Nehushtan, or like if anyone used that Nehushtan relic to equip the armor and stuff, could they summon noise too? It was just I went on a bunch of different theories about how the noise were summoned, but I was told it's a different thing. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, thinking about it now, but either way, it doesn't matter. We'll learn things and stuff, so that's all I was told. I wasn't told like what it actually is and stuff like that, so I'm interested to learn. So let's just watch the episode and learn. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Eiku? Oh, Ibiki gone again. Skipping school. Ah, okay. We're continuing with this. Yes. I didn't understand a word of that. Oh, suddenly we're in Hajime no Ippo anime. Oh shit, this really is. God damn. Okay, she's getting strong. Is that? I wonder if that's part of the armor that lets her. I mean, it's got to be part of the armor that lets her have that strength, right? I like the opening song. It usually takes me like a few times of listening to really warm up to an opening, unless it's just like some of them are amazing from the start, but I feel like this one was one that has worn on me. Kanade, you weren't in the show long, but you became my favorite character and then died, and now I'm sad. What? It's in English. Whoa! The subtitles aren't the same as what they're saying! It's tripping me up. Interesting. So talking to the Americans. Oh shit, is this the Chris? The Nahushan armor girl? I know this voice actress. She's in something I'm watching right now. I can't pinpoint it, but shit. I'm trying to pinpoint what it is, but just a naked chick torturing another half-naked chick. Well, this isn't a good lesson. Okay. That was an interesting scene. Not a lost cause. That's mean. Teachers shouldn't talk that way. Man, when you work hard and then, like, get that drink afterward, it's so good. Mmm. Damn. Damn, governments. Hibiki's not super bright. Oh, is that Sakurai? That's not Sakurai. He said Miss Ryoko, right? I'm guessing they're waiting on her to show up, right? That's why they were standing in that office. Figure. Just to make sure. I know I said that. I know I was like, that's not Sakurai with a confused expression. I don't want you guys to think I misunderstood the scene. I get it. And it even showed the cigar burning. Oh my god, that car. Oh my god. Maniac. Uh, in her coma or something. Of course you'd have that outlook. God damn it, Tsubasa. Man. She got... She seems so old, doesn't she? I'll talk about that in discussion. Oh shit. Hmm. You're the only one that's that hard on yourself, Tsubasa. Jeez. Maybe I was wrong. It seemed like she was heading to their facility, right? Not to here. I might have even been wrong. Maybe my confusion was right. Oh shit! What is this? Uh-oh. Who are these guys? Well... Oh. Damn Americans! They're the worst, ruining everything. Okay, that is her. Oh, okay. Shit. They found out fast. Huh. Okay. Oh. What? Oh shit. Looks cool. Hmm. So this is the one they were talking about before, Durandal. Damn. Aw, Miku. Poor girl. Oh, he's brooding over it. Oh my god. Awesome. Oh. Hmm. Alright. I thought he was going into, like, how can we appease her fans? I thought it was gonna be, like, can you sing? Kind of thing, but it didn't go there. Not yet, anyway. Alright. Protecting Sakurai's car. Oh, they even got a helicopter. Of course, Genjiro's in the helicopter. Fucking badass. Well, that's not good. Well, there goes one car. Damn it, I want to like her! Jeez! Oh my god! They're just a bunch of leeches. Interesting. Oh man! I have theories. But those theories are making me confused. Oh geez, well... The last protective vehicle. Uh-oh! What happened? How did that even happen? What was it? I mean, I'm guessing it was one of the noise. Alright, I think it's time to start singing. Let's leave it here and escape. Jeez. Is Tsubasa gonna wake up? Oh shit! She's got some abilities! What is that? Is that technology or is that powers? Can you imagine singing a song and all your clothes just off your body? Be some shit. Would not be a good sight for a lot of people if I did that. Alright. Oh, jeez. I like how it was still in, like, the audio of the... like, the song. It still had that little, like, echoey overtone of her going, for tripping. Damn. Jeez, just like the punching bag, right? Just gonna become a badass barehanded fighter because she can't summon her weapon. It's such a strange thing just seeing this girl singing while punching the shit out of things. Yeah, she did. Uh-oh. Why? Why is it opening? Is it resonating with Hibiki? Nice. Oh, God, right in the face. Is it possible to wield a relic? Like, while you, like, two relics? Yes. Oh. What happened? What does that mean? God. Oh, shit! Whoa, that art is cool. Oh, shit. That's creepy. She's just scared. Oh my god, what? Jesus! Oh, well, that took everything out of her. What are you up to, Sakurai? Goddamn. I'm invested. Body moved on its own, huh? Okay. Damn! That was an amazing episode. I loved it. Well, shit. So Sakurai has some kind of abilities, seemingly, and some kind of hidden agenda, maybe. But hmm, I'm a little confused. But it's in a good way. I'm intrigued. So Sakurai came back with a case that had blood on it, the same case we saw the guy holding. What I thought initially, before they showed the blood, I was like, oh, they did some trick where they had like a dummy case go with all those guys in the black cars, and then she took the real case with her, and the dumb Americans went for the wrong case. But no, it seems like she got that case from the attack, the assassination. So she was either a part of it or there or something. But hmm. I'm thinking either there's something I'm not thinking of, or there must be multiple factions involved in this, right? Trying to get Durandal. Alrighty, that is it, guys, for episode 5. But to continue what I was saying, that's kind of why I didn't want to go deep into the discussion yet, because I knew the outro was going to end. But yeah, like, so Sakurai showed up with that case, which means it wasn't a dummy case like I initially thought, seemingly. And then the thing is she could have had that data changed, right? Like the data, like the orders were to move Durandal to this other location, right? So if they were gonna do that, like I'm assuming those orders weren't actually from the chairman guy, the chief guy or whatever. I imagine she fabricated those orders because whatever she's up to, whether she's working for an organization or she's making moves on her own, it seems like she intended to have it brought from that point to that point. So, did she do that so it could be attacked and taken? Or did she do it, like, I don't know. You would think, like, the way I see it is I feel like it would be easier if she's gonna fabricate some kind of, like, path for them to go. I feel like it'd be easier to designate a point where she could steal it from there later, where it's, like, easier to steal from kind of thing, and not have it be attacked on the way. Like, it seems kind of weak to have it, like, a weak plan from Sakurai to have it attacked on the way. So I don't think that attack was part of Sakurai's plan. I think that she has her own agenda with maybe a company or on her own or something. But then there's also this other faction of that naked chick and Chris and everything that's doing their own thing as well. So I don't know. It's just I'm really curious. Obviously, I don't want any answers in the comments, guys. This is something where these are the kind of mysteries that I love. Like, I'm trying to work it out in my head, and I'm probably way wrong and everything, but that's fine. I like being wrong, because if the show's too predictable, then I'm like, oh yeah, that was the theory I thought of when it comes to pass, and I'm not as excited, kind of thing. So I'm kind of glad I can't figure this out, but yeah, it feels like it might be multiple factions involved. Like, Sakurai had her plan, and then like, Chris showed up and messed that up, right? But yeah, that's fascinating. I'm really intrigued now with what Sakurai's up to. That's awesome. Huh. And, I also look forward to learning, like, if we do learn anyway, where her powers come from, right? Like, does she just have, like, some kind of support item that's like a shield generator or something? Or does she just have some kind of, like, superpowers? So I'm equally as excited to learn about her abilities as I am Genjiro's now. It's like, where do they get the strength kind of thing and stuff like that. Where do these powers come from? But yeah, interesting. I like that they brought in. I mean, obviously it was very broken English as it is usually for because they don't get English voice actors right for they don't get English voice actors to come in and do those English roles. I can only imagine. So the girl that was with Chris, I don't think we ever got a name for her. Uh, she it makes sense that her English would be a bit broken, right? Because it seems like she is Japanese working for potentially the Americans, but the guy on the other end of the line was broken English. Same with the guy during the assault with the guns and everything was speaking English. I mean, unless I'm wrong, I doubt they're like Japanese citizens just speaking English for whatever reason. I imagine that's the Americans making a move, right? Or some kind of yeah, but yeah, very interesting. I talked about it before. I recognize the voice actress, and I was gonna look it up as soon as I got her name. But the fact that I haven't gotten her name yet, I don't want to spoil anything for myself, so I'm not gonna look it up. But her voice is super familiar. I definitely feel like it's a voice actress in something I am watching at the moment. Maybe Fire Force. I don't think it's Boruto. I mean, she might have a role in Boruto, but I don't think she's like the current arc I'm in. I don't think she's a voice for that. Uh, I don't think it's Black Clover. It could be Black Clover actually. There are a lot of different people in Black Clover. Yeah, I feel like it's like on the tip of my tongue. Like if I heard the voice a little bit more or something, but either way, regardless, I planned on looking it up, but I don't want to get spoiled by like I don't know if seeing her name because there's no doubt if I try to find that character on like the My Anime List page, it's gonna have a picture of her and it's gonna have the name right next to it, and I'm gonna see it no matter what I try to do to get to find the voice actress, right? So, and I'm gonna see, like, I don't know if the name is a spoiler or not, so we'll just avoid that for now. I'll either you guys will let me know in the comments what other roles she's in, or I will look it up as soon as I have her name and stuff like that. So, but I just don't want it to be like, oh, it's like we know that this is Ryoko Sakurai, right? I'm guessing Ryoko is her first name, Sakurai last name. I don't want like this other girl to be like, Ryoka Sakurai or something and be like look it up and be like, oh, it's her sister or something. So that's what's going on. But yeah. I just just making shit up. I don't know. It's just but yeah. Anyway, some of the stuff early on in the episode, I like how Hibiki asked the same question that like I had in the back of my mind but didn't think much of it because it's in anime and it happens all the time. But she asked like, don't you have anything else, like any other way to fight so you don't have to rely on a high school girl? Like that line was just great because I ask myself that all the time when I'm watching these shows and watching these animes, and all the adults have to rely on these like these young kids that are the protagonists of the story and everything to get shit done. And I just like how she addressed it, and she's just like, why do you gotta rely on a high school girl kind of thing? But yeah. It definitely does suck that the only way that these Symphogears seem to work is on these young high school girls, right? I wonder if it is possible for one to work on an adult. Like, I mean, so far we've only had Kanade, Tsubasa, Hibiki, and Chris now that we've seen wield them, and they all seem to be around the same age, roughly. So I wonder if there is something where either it's just a field, like, because I mean, I don't know how long, I don't know if they told us how long they've been using girls that wield these Symphogears, right? But we don't see any that are older than Kanade and Tsubasa, right? I mean, unless Chris might be like as old or older than them. I don't know her age, but it doesn't matter what her age is. Uh, my point is we don't see any adults that are wielding it. So is there like a cutoff point? Like if Kanade didn't die and she kept going, as soon as she like turned 18 or 20 or something like that, would the Symphogear have just stopped working anyway and she just goes into retirement kind of thing? I don't know. But either that or it's just the case where it only activates when you're younger, but most of the people that have this doesn't they don't live long enough, right? Because that could be a very dark truth. It's just the fact that this is a dangerous field, and you know, no matter how strong you are, bad luck catches up to you, and something bad happens and you pass, kind of thing. So, but but yeah, of course we had Tsubasa waking up, and you know, once again blaming herself. That line of her saying like, "Oh, I'm alive. Oh no, I just failed to die." Like, of course she would see it that way. Of course she would. Oh, I'm so sad about how hard she is on herself, and she also had that line about shit. I can't remember word for word how it went, but she talked about how she is alive and now she can keep on going with the shame of her failure for everyone to laugh at, kind of thing. And like I said during the reaction, she's the only one that's hard on herself, right? Like I don't think anyone that knows her and is in that line of work with her is gonna laugh at her failure. I guess the only one might be Chris, right? Just because she's a bad guy, right? But you shouldn't listen to what the bad guys say. But yeah, man, she's got that emo thing going on. No, I get it though. She's had not a great life. I mean, she's been raised in this her whole life to like do this job, right? Seemingly from a very young age, and she's experienced loss at an age where she shouldn't be experiencing that kind of stuff, right? She's just a young girl. She should be, worrying about slumber parties with her friends and high school and boyfriends, and she shouldn't like have this weight on her shoulders at such a young age, and especially with losing Kanade and everything as well. It's definitely a rough situation she's in, so I definitely understand her being on the little bit more emo side, like feeling that pressure and everything. But every time we see Kanade, I mentioned this during the reaction that I want to talk about it, she seems old. Like, doesn't she? She just has that, because she's like this mentor figure to Tsubasa, she seems like on the older side. Because she died 2 years after she got brought in, and she was 14 when she got brought in. So she died when she was 16, roughly. But geez, she seems like she's at least 18, I'd say. But I guess they do say that girls mature sooner and everything. But part of it, I think, is the voice. She has kind of like a more like grown-up voice versus Tsubasa and everything. Plus the way that she acts around Tsubasa, being there to lift Tsubasa up and help her and everything, and guide her, and just the way that she talks and thinks. Like, Hibiki and Tsubasa definitely have that slightly like more childish outlook, I feel like, but Tsubasa seems like she has that like weary veteran of like she's got it all figured out, right? So, I think it's just a mix of the way her personality was and the voice that just made it feel like she's so much older than she is. But yeah, just seeing her here, that's all I could think about. But uh but yeah, we had I didn't talk about Chris in the very beginning, seemingly not having a great existence either. I that's another thing that I wanted to bring up in terms of like only kids being able to wield these relics, because why does why does this lady need Chris around? Why couldn't she just wield the relic? But obviously not everyone's like qualified feels like the wrong word. Uh what's the right word? I can't think of it. Man, well, either way, you guys know what I'm saying. I don't know why I can't think of like the right word to go with that situation. I'm just brain farting right now, but yeah, like not everyone's capable of using these relics, so regardless, for whatever reason, she needs Chris, but seems to be torturing her on a regular basis. I imagine Chris doesn't like that too much, but yeah, I wonder. So is she being like forced? Is her like family being threatened as well as just being like tortured by this chick? Like, what's there's got to be something, I imagine. Like, if she's not happy with these circumstances, there's got to be something that keeps her from, going out in that armor and never coming back, right? Because I feel like that'd be pretty easy for her to do, having that armor, is to just peace out. But I imagine there's something that this other organization, that naked chick, has on her, whether it be a mother, father, sister, friend, or something, where it's like, hey, you're gonna do this for me, or else I'm gonna kill everyone close to you, kind of thing. And that's what keeps her going. And when she's out in the field, Chris seems a little bit more like evil, but that could be what we're seeing there on the field. Could just be like Tsubasa. Like, Tsubasa sits there and convinces herself that she's just a sword with no emotions. What if Chris goes out in the field and convinces herself she's the bad guy and plays that part because that's what she needs to do to keep going and do these bad things, right? I don't know. Or she's just a bad person too, and those two girls are just terrible for each other. But well, I imagine we're gonna learn more about Chris as we progress forward and everything. So, but yeah, I'm fascinated to learn what's going on with Sakurai, what's going on with his other faction, the Americans, and oh, I didn't talk at all about Hibiki wielding Durandal. So I don't know how that works. Like, she managed to wield the relic one time, but it immediately like sapped all of her juice, I guess. She immediately was out of her armor and everything after the strike, but it was a giant strike, so I don't know, can she wield this relic? Or is it something like it seemed like it took a lot of people by surprise. Sakurai had a look in her eyes like I wonder if this could have been part of Sakurai's plan. Like, what if her plan was to get it out of that underground facility and get it near Hibiki in order to see if it would activate around Hibiki, because she seemed like excited by what was happening. I don't know. But like, has it ever been precedented for someone to wield two relics? Like, if she's wielding Gungnir and Durandal, like what does that mean? Like, is that is that something that's happened in the past before? Do they have any data on that? Can she wield it regularly, right? Like, can she do this consistently if she trains with it, kind of thing? Or was it like a one-time fluke thing to save him? I don't know. But I like how Chris was just like, "You're too strong, see ya." Just peaced out. But but yeah, crazy stuff. I'm digging it. I love it because like the fighting is cool and everything. It's nothing like, holy shit, that animation was just mind blowing. I've said that before, but I think the story is enough to be like, I'm super into it. I don't need the fights to be good, because the story and the mystery side of things is plenty enough for me, because I want to learn more about the world. I want to learn more about these characters and all this stuff. So very good stuff, guys. Thank you so much for watching. That's going to be it for me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon as usual if you want to see the rest of Season 1 and possibly even Season 2. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm doing season 2 right away or not yet, but I think I might be. So check that out if you're interested. You can get at least the rest of season 1 right now, and like I said, possibly season 2 as well. If you're already a patron, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I very much appreciate it. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.